Hello my dear students, welcome to ASG Physics Academy. Today we are going to see one of the most important topic of rotational motion, that is moment of inertia. To understand moment of inertia in rotational motion, first we will see what is the meaning of inertia in translational motion. So here I have taken one block of mass m moving with acceleration a under the action of external force F. Then from Newton's second law I can write F equal to ma. Here this mass m represents the inertia of translational motion. Inertia of translational motion. It is also defined as the property by virtue of which the object opposes the translational motion. Similarly, in rotational motion, let's take there is a particle of mass m is revolving in a circle of radius r with angular acceleration alpha. Then torque acting on this particle is given by tau equal to I alpha. We can compare both these relations. Here torque is equivalent to the force, angular acceleration is equivalent to the linear acceleration, and this moment of inertia is equivalent to the mass. And here the value of this moment of inertia is given by I equal to mr square. That means we can compare. In translational motion, inertia only depends upon the mass, but in rotational motion, inertia depends upon the mass and the axis of rotation also. That means here inertia, this inertia depends upon mass distribution and axis of rotation. And one of the most important thing, moment of inertia does not depend upon angular acceleration, angular velocity, torque or angular momentum. Moment of inertia is independent of all these quantities. It's only and only depends upon mass distribution and axis of rotation. Now here we have taken moment of inertia for only one particle. Now number of cases used to be there, like cases of moment of inertia of discrete system of particles, continuous system of particles, later parallel axis theorem will come, perpendicular axis theorem will come. But today we will see cases of moment of inertia of discrete system of particles. That means if number of particles are there in a system, this is one system. Here I have drawn three particles. Let's take mass m1, mass m2, mass m3, and these particles are revolving about this axis. Now let's take distance of this particle from the axis is r1, for this particle r2, for this particle r3. Then for this system of particles, moment of inertia is given by m1 r1 square for this one, plus m2 r2 square for second particle, plus m3 r3 square for third particle. Similarly, most important, let's take here I have drawn one axis and particle is present on the axis of rotation itself. Then here if we see the moment of inertia of the particle, let's take mass is m, then it will come 0. Why? Because here particle is present at the axis of rotation itself. That means r will be 0. Now further we will see some questions to understand this concept in a very proper way. Now in question 1 I have taken 3 point masses each m at the vertices of a equilateral triangle of side length L. Now we want to calculate moment of inertia of this system of particles about this axis, when the system of particles is rotating about this axis. Then to calculate the moment of inertia, we will use the formula here. I equal to 3 particles are here, m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square plus m3 r3 square. Now let's name it first, second and third. Now if we talk about the first particle, this is at a distance of L by 2 from the axis of rotation. Similarly the particle 2 also at a distance of L by 2 from the axis of rotation. That means we can write here for the first particle m into r1 is L by 2 whole square, plus for the second particle m into L by 2 whole square, and for the third particle m into, now this particle is present on the axis of rotation itself. That means here r3 will be 0. That means moment of inertia of this system will come here ml square by 4 plus ml square by 4. That means it will come ml square by 2. Now let's come to the second question. In second question again situation is same. 3 particles are situated at the axis of rotation. But now here let's take axis of rotation is passing through these two system of particles and it is rotating. Now again let's name it here particle 1, particle 2 and particle 3. Now if we talk about the particle 1, again mass is same, formula we will use same here. So I equal to, for particle 1, this particle is present on the axis of rotation itself. That means r1 will be 0, plus this second particle is also situated at the axis of rotation. That means here also m into 0 whole square, plus this third particle m into r3 square. That means now we have to calculate this perpendicular distance r3. Now to calculate this perpendicular distance r3, we can see here one right angle triangle. This will be this length. If I talk about this length will be L by 2. This length is L. That means here this length from the Pythagoras theorem we can write here is square root of L square minus L square by 4. That means this will come root 3 L by 2. Hence moment of inertia will be given by m into this length root 3 L by 2 whole square. That means it is given by 3 ml square by 4 for this system. Now if we talk about the third situation, I will make some space here. For third situation, let's take now axis is passing through here. Axis is passing through here and this system is rotating about this axis. Again let's name it first, second, third. Each one is having mass m, m and m. Now again it is given by, for the first particle m into this distance from the axis of rotation L square, plus for the second particle is situated at the axis of rotation itself. That means 0 square plus m into this distance we require. Let's take this distance is r3 square. Now again first we will calculate this distance. Again I will draw this triangle we can see here. I will draw this triangle here. We have to calculate this r3, and now we know that this length is L. We know that in equilateral triangle this is 60 degree. That means this is going to be 30 degree. So this is also 30 degree. That means when we see this triangle, this length r3 is given by, from the trigonometry we can write here r3 equal to L sin 30. That means L by 2. Hence moment of inertia is given by ml square plus m into r3. We find out this L by 2 whole square. That means ml square plus ml square by 4. That means it is going to come 5 ml square by 4. Now in question number 4, I have taken 4 point masses at the vertices of a square of side length L. Each side length is L. And we are going to calculate the moment of inertia of this system about this axis. Now again we will give the numbers. Let's take here numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. And dear students, you know what will be the formula very well. m1 r1 square, m2 r2 square plus m3 r3 square plus m4 r4 square. Now, if we talk about the first particle is situated at the axis itself, that means here r1 will be 0, plus for the second particle, this distance will be used, L square. For the third particle, again perpendicular distance from the axis of rotation, L. For the fourth particle, again fourth particle is situated at the axis itself, that means 0 square. That means moment of inertia of this system will be ml square plus ml square, 2 ml square. Now let's come to the question number 5. In question number 5, 6 particles are situated at the vertices of a regular hexagon, each side length L, each side length L. Now we want to calculate moment of inertia about this axis. And one more thing, here axis is perpendicular to the board. So here in regular hexagon, 6 triangles are possible, and each triangles, this length will be L. So here we can see that moment of inertia, if we talk about this particle from this axis at a distance of L, second particle also at a distance of L, similarly for all the particles. That means here moment of inertia will be given by 6 ml square when the axis is perpendicular to the board and passing through the center. Similarly in question number 7, actually question number 6, I have taken again 4 point masses, and now here I have taken axis here that is perpendicular to my board. So here 4 options are there. First one ml square, 2 ml square, 3 ml square, last one 4 ml square. Side length is also L. So now these questions answer you have to comment, and let's see that how many of students get the correct answer.